Hi parents of Northside, my name is Mrs. Moore. I'm one of the reading teachers at Northside Primary. I work with kindergarten and first graders. And during these crazy times, I wanted to talk to you guys about what you can do when you're reading with your child and they come to a word that they don't know. A lot of times people think the only thing that they can do is say, sound it out, right? That's pretty typical, but there's other things that you can do also. So I want to talk about what those are, and then I want to show you what they look like whenever we're using them in practice, okay? So these are to help you whenever you're doing things at home with your child, okay? So we call these reading strategies. You've probably heard those before from your classroom teachers. And the first reading strategies, these are not in order. It's not like you do this one and then you do this one and then you do this one. This is just a toolbox of things that you can use to help you figure out, to help the child figure out what the word is. Also to help you help your child figure out what the word is. Okay, so these are all the different tools that you can use. This is not all of them. This is some of them, okay? And these are some of the heavy hitters, so that's why I put them on a poster for you. So the first one that we can look at is look at the picture. So if your child comes to a word that they don't know, ask them to look at the picture. The next one is think about the story. So as they're reading along in a story, what's it about? If they come to a word that they don't know, have them think about the story. The next one, does it make sense? So if the word that they're trying, ask them, does that make sense? Can that make sense in the story with what's happening? The next one is, does it look right? Does it look like that word? Okay? And the last one is try it again, which means if you've tried some other things and it's still not really working out for you, go back to the beginning and try it again. All right, so let's take a look at what these look like in instruction, okay? What I have here is a poster that has a picture and it has a sentence. And our sentence has one word that is covered up. Now, you guys are all fluent readers, and so you know how to figure out this word. It's gonna take 2 seconds and you're gonna know exactly what it is. But the reason I'm using this is to show you how, oh, here's Therapy Dog Mabel. She wants to be a part of the photo or the video too. All right, so the reason that I'm using this poster is so that you can understand how we use these reading strategies as we do a guess the covered word. That's what I like to call this activity, is guess the covered word.
Mabel, here.
She really, when I hang these posters, she thinks that she's the star of the show now. So excuse her if she's in and out of the videos. All right, so we take a look at our guess the covered word poster. The first thing you're going to do is look at the picture, right? And that's pretty much what kids always do. They love looking at the pictures, so that's not something that you always have to prompt. So in this picture, we have a man. He's wearing a hat, smiling, looks like the sun's out. And then we think about the story. We think about maybe what he's doing. We do some of this stuff to get us ready to read the text, okay? Now, the rest of these we will use as we're reading the text, okay? So the word that's covered up is under the orange Post-it. And it says, the man is wearing a, what could he be wearing? So we're thinking about the story. We're looking at the picture. What is he wearing? Well, he could be wearing a shirt. He could be wearing a hat. He could be wearing a smile, okay? Any of those things. So what I like to do, if I'm doing this activity with the students, I take the Post-it off and I uncover and I show them the first letter, okay? So as readers, you want them to think, to go back and reread. Try it again. The man is wearing a, and then go back and look at the picture. Think about the story and what could make sense? Oh, I wonder if it's a cap. Now, does it look like cap? That's what we're asking ourselves. Does it look right? Cap, yes. Now, does it make sense? Is he wearing a cap? Yes. Now let's go back and make sure that it sounds right too. So does it look right? Does it sound right? And does it make sense? Those are the 3 things that we have to check whenever we finally figure out a word to make sure that it's right. And we want our students to be independent readers. And so if they can do those 3 checks, they can start being independent on their own. The man is wearing a cap. Yep, it sounds right too. All right, so I hope that you found this helpful. I know that it's hard right now whenever you're at home with your students and you're trying to figure out what to do whenever they come to a word that they don't know and you're navigating all the education. We applaud you for doing everything that you're doing. I hope that you found this helpful. In the future, I will be uploading videos of books and the reading strategies will be in the background as reminders and you can read those books with your students and they will be leveled. Thanks for joining me.